So I don't think I can stress this enough. Get into therapy. No matter who you are, if you're struggling with narcissism or if you're in a narcissistic abusive relationship, get into therapy. Hey, I'm Ben Taylor. If you don't know who I am, I'm a narcissist that's working on recovery, that's working on bringing awareness about narcissism onto this platform, onto TikTok, on Instagram as well. Bringing awareness, growth, healing, and change. Like, that's really what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get out here and be able to show people this is what narcissism is. This is what it does. This is how it destroys. This is how it mutilates relationships. Now, I'm on here to be able to talk to people who have narcissistic tendencies to say, hey, there's a way out, but you have to stop lying. You have to get to the place that you're honest. You have to get to the place you're willing to go to therapy. And then I'm also talking to people on here that are dealing with narcissism as far as on the abuse side. They're getting abused mentally, emotionally, physically, and it's just wreaking havoc on their lives. They're getting to the place where they feel crazy, they feel stuck, they feel controlled, in prison, all these types of things. And these people deal with this abuse on a daily basis. So my goal a lot of times is to get them into therapy, is to help them break a trauma bond, is to help them slide through the lies that they're dealing with their narcissist and be able to find healing and growth as a possibility. With that, I think a lot of times people don't play up the importance of what therapy actually does. Therapy is a fantastic way for you to be able to get in with someone, to be able to talk through what's actually going on under the surface, what's actually going on behind closed doors. A lot of times you can be in a relationship where you're dealing with mental or emotional abuse and you're not sure what to do. It feels like you're going crazy. It feels like you don't have a clue of what's right, what's wrong, what's up, what's down, and everything that you're put into is just a pressure cooker and a powder keg of just one explosive argument after another. It feels like you're walking on eggshells just to be able to survive, to be able to avoid an argument, to be able to avoid a blow up, to be able to avoid something that's going to come back to you that's going to ultimately hurt you immensely. Getting into therapy is one of the most crucial things that you can do to be able to help yourself grow and change to be the best version of you that you can possibly be. Now, whenever I talk to some people and they've been in a relationship for a long period of time, or they've been in a relationship that's categorized mainly by the abuse that happened into it, a lot of times I'm referring people to EMDR. Now, what EMDR is it's a type of therapy that basically unlocks almost sections of your mind in one sense. And as you're going through different things, it goes through and it looks at traumatic events. It looks at things that you've suppressed or hidden or haven't dealt with. Then it brings those to the surface. Is it painful starting off? Yes. Does it suck? Yes. But what it does is it helps you actually get to the place where you can be triggered by those past events and it not produce the pain and it not produce the shame and it not produce the flight cycle or whatever it might produce in you. It's a way to be able to process and work through some of those emotions, some of those feelings. Sometimes if it's traumatic events that are very big or very huge traumatic events, the therapist will actually help you work through a way to be able to rewire your brain and kind of rewire those events. That almost like a different possibility happened. This is to be able to help get through that traumatic experience, that traumatic response, and be able to help the person grow and change and become who they need to be, regardless of the things in the past that typically are holding them back or beating them down. So EMDR therapy is very effective. It's a little bit different. It's a little weird to start off with, but as you get into it and as you start realizing, hey, this is actually something that can help me deal with these past traumatic events, that I can end up not having to relive them so much. I can end up not having to get triggered and fall back to that place so quickly that's very painful, hurtful, manipulative, all those type of things. So I definitely recommend EMDR therapy. Otherwise, out there, you've got your regular kind of like psychotherapy, like talk therapy and things that's going on with that. And that's a very effective as well, because a lot of times you need someone to talk to. You might be isolated in the relationship that you're with. The narcissist might have you cut off from your family. They might have you cut off from different friends. They might have your whole social network is almost non-existent because of what they've done to be able to disintegrate that and not let you out, not let you with other people. So at times you need people that you can talk to, and that's where a therapist, it can be very helpful, can be very effective to talk through different things, to be able to get to the place where you can understand, hey, I'm not crazy about the things that I'm struggling with, because this other person can see what's going on. They can see what I'm struggling with. They can see what I'm having to deal with, and they're able to help me process it, and they're able to help me get through it. For all the narcissists out there, I definitely say, please get into therapy. You have to. It's the only way. Because if you're not willing to get into therapy to be able to acknowledge that you struggle with something, you'll never be able to get to the place where you can change. You'll never be able to get to the place where you actually enjoy life versus being in a cycle, versus constantly lying, versus living in a false reality. If you don't get into therapy, there's not really much help for you out there. So I definitely suggest get into therapy. Now, you might be at the place in your life, whether you're a narcissist or whether you've been into different relationships, just saying, hey, I'm good. Like, I don't need therapy. It's a waste of time. It's something that's, I don't really think about. It's something that I don't really put much value in. I would ask you to reconsider and at least start going to some type of therapy, some type of counseling, some type of life coach, like something to be able to help you expand who you are. That's ultimately what we're about. Like, if we're just going to sit in life the exact same space, not learn anything, not expand anything at all, then we're not going to get to the place where you actually can grow and become bigger, better, whatever you want to grow to be. A lot of times people are stuck in their ways. They're comfortable with the life that they're living. Don't be comfortable. Learn and grow and change. And therapy is something that's going to help you do that. Now, whether you're a narcissist that's struggling with narcissistic tendencies, focus on getting into therapy to start learning who you are and how you can live a different life. If you're someone who's been stuck in a narcissistic relationship and you've dealt with all that past trauma, with the emotional, mental, physical abuse, get into therapy as well, because it's very crucial. It is very important for you to be able to work on yourself, to be able to live a better life and a more whole life. Maybe you don't think you need it for multiple reasons. I would still recommend, please try to get into therapy. Try to get into something that will help you expand your knowledge, that will help you expand your capacity to be able to grow and to change. The more you can learn about yourself, the more you can learn about the environment around you, how you interact with different people, your personalities, different things like that, you get to the place that you can start to expand and have that expansion happen on all areas of your life. So you can be a better business person, a better partner, a better human being, whatever it might be. Therapy is a great way to be able to expand your horizons and to be able to grow to be the best that you could possibly be.